give me your answer too. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish...
Hello, Cubanwriter here with Darkling Faye.
Hello.
And today on Trailer Talk, we'll be covering the recent teaser trailer for the upcoming Marvel's Black Panther.
Ooh, I can't wait. Haven't seen it.
Okay, let's start the audio recording and then play.
Tell me something. What do you know about Wakanda?
Oh, okay. This guy on the left. This guy on the left
The one with the one arm?
Does he have one arm?
Yeah, you saw that he only has one arm. The other arm's missing.
Okay, so they already... I couldn't remember... I couldn't remember if that had already happened.
Yeah, no. Oh.
Because, okay, that's Andy Serkis. You know Gollum?
Yes. I hope everyone knows Gollum.
That is the guy who does the motion capture for Gollum.
Oh, so he finally gets to be, like, seen, not just the voice and...
Yeah, he was in Ultron. I don't know if you remember. There was a plot about acquiring the metal that's used in Captain America's shield that Ultron wanted for his whole body.
Oh.
I don't know if you remember that. But he was the broker. He had the only pieces of this...
Yeah, I remember him in that, he's kind of the swarmy guy with the one arm, kind of a smugglerish...
Right, exactly.
Type character.
And in the comic books, he's a character called Claw, who has like a sonic...
Oh, that's so funny, right? So amusing.
Well, he has a sonic cannon over one arm, so they're setting all of this up.
But it should be a claw. Like, come on now. Like, it should be a cannon claw if you're going to call him that.
Well, I think you're right. It should be a claw, but maybe... I don't know.
They don't get puns.
I feel like the comic book writers at one point were having problems naming their villains and heroes.
Oh, I know someone who else has that same problem.
Who?
A Cubanwriter when he DMs for games.
Lark.
Let me tell you, his bad guys and his good guys' names change throughout the entire story because he can never remember what he named someone. And my suggestion was just call everyone Bob.
Look. I come up with... What is that?
That's your phone.
Oh. Excuse me, everyone. That is my alarm to let me know that if I haven't woken up yet, it is way too late. So, I wonder if we're going to get copyright claim for that song now.
Oh, no, probably.
So, what happens is I come up with really good names for my characters, but then I forget what they are.
And he never writes anything down.
So then you end up, Queen Eloir might become Queen Nivea or Queen Bic Lighter, whatever I happen to be looking at any given time.
You're like the guy in The Unusual Suspects. He just looks all around himself and then just starts naming stuff.
It's true. Okay, so...
But, can I also say what I'm also really excited about?
What?
Because I know you've been talking as the one-armed claw guy, but... like Martin Freeman.
Yes,
Martin Freeman,
it's the Hobbit.
Or Watson, whichever you prefer, because I'm so glad I get to see him since I will probably never get any more Sherlock. So.
We have been avoiding watching the last Sherlock episodes simply because we're going to have a hard time saying goodbye to these characters.
I know. They did such a good job. But I'm so glad to see him in something. Like, I don't know what he's doing yet, but I'm so interested to see.
Well, this seems like an interrogation, so we can assume that he's affiliated. And I think I've seen him in a Marvel movie before. I just don't remember his character's name.
It does sound familiar.
But I think he's officially affiliated with the government, and he must be interviewing...
He has that kind of, like, government...
Yeah, look at that swagger he's got there, like his arms crossed. Yeah, tell me what you're going to tell me, prisoner.
Yeah, he's got like that CIA like interrogator profile. I've been through this before. One-armed claw man.
All right, let's see what happens.
It's a third world country. Textiles, shepherds, cool outfits, all front. Explorers have searched for it. Called it El Dorado.
Yeah. El Dorado is not in Africa.
Well, I mean, the tail has never been...
Isn't it South American?
Yeah, it's never been anything that I've known to be associated with.
But I love these outfits that they picked for these folks. Very colorful, multiple patterns. I wonder if they represent different tribes or something.
It could be. I have to say, so far, the cinematography was pretty good. I liked the waterfall. Thought it was funny when they're like, oh, it's a... When Martin Freeman's going on about what it is, like third world country and shepherds and, you know, all this stuff. And then you look at it and you're like, there's nothing about that resembles what you would think, right? And then he's like, it's a front. And then Martin Freeman's like, what?
I don't think he's what. I think he knows.
He's like, how do you know that?
I think he was like giving the standard
maybe I should
answer.
take you more seriously, Claw.
I love this spear, by the way. If I get a spear, I want it to look like this spear.
No, this is not a Christmas list.
Attention anyone who's going to buy me a present. Cool spear. Okay.
You have a cool spear.
Ooh. All right, let's see.
They looked for it in South America, but it was in Africa the whole time.
Oh, look, they uncalled my BS because I was calling BS. Hey, that's not in Africa, and they're like, no, it really is in Africa. You thought it was in South America.
So it's like they were doing a misdirection to the fable because they don't want you to know where it really is.
That reminds me of a theory about because Spanish conquistadors used to come and they would ask the natives, "Where's the gold?" And the natives would always say, oh, the gold is in the next place, over the next hill, in the next valley.
Because they don't want you to know where the gold really... They don't want to give up their gold.
There's no gold. They just want you to leave them the fuck alone.
Oh.
Oh, excuse me. They want you to leave them the hell alone, so they send you somewhere else.
I guess we'll have to do this as a Deadpool
I'm
rating.
the only one who's seen it and made it out alive.
Don't hurt the dog.
He doesn't want him to hurt the dog either. Now, you saw that bullets bouncing off him. You probably remember this from the Ultron movie, but his whole suit is made out of the same stuff as Captain America's shield. This is where it comes from.
Ah.
So, he's really like Captain America. He's the Captain America of Africa, I guess. Except he's the king, whereas Captain America is...
Well, I remember him from the movie because I thought he did a good job, and I thought the Black Panther character was introduced really well.
Yeah.
And the way they did it with just a little tease with it, you really wanted to see more, and it left you wanting to see like a whole movie of who this person was and what they did and were capable of. And
totally.
You know,
I mean, he was
like,
only
so
in there for
cool.
15 minutes, but he captured the imagination.
He really was. He was really cool. I do have to say, though, I'm glad the dog didn't get harmed because, like, yeah, I know it's like a movie trope, but like you do end up feeling bad for animals over people. You're like, oh, all the soldiers could get killed, and I don't care, but don't hurt the dog, poor doggy. And by the way, what is the dog doing in the middle of the
Africa
forest?
has dogs too, or wherever they
It's
are.
a weird, like,
Everyone
I don't
can
know,
have
like,
dogs.
Adopt, don't shop, commercial type thing in the movie. Okay.
This is maybe the plot is going to be like John Wick. Like the hunters come, they try and shoot a dog, and then the
Don't
Black
take my
Panther
dog.
takes revenge for
Right.
the rest of the movie. Okay, let's see. Now look at that. On the left, it looks like he's in like a storage room, like in the back of a store, right?
Yeah.
But on the right, it's a highly sophisticated like interview area. Maybe I see televisions in the background, probably monitors.
I mean, if we were right about Martin, about his character, Mr. Watson, Hobbit Man, right? Then it would be like a government type facility, and you would try and hide that from the person you're interrogating. I assume, like, if a highly... I mean, I've never had the CIA or, any of those type of people interrogate me before, but I would assume that...
So they're interrogating him, but they don't want him to know where he is, I guess.
Correct. That's what I would take it to be.
But, like, they took it to the next step, because They don't even want him to know that he's in an interrogation place where interrogations are performed.
But I mean, how could he not? Why would this guy be talking to him?
It's weird, right?
Like, why would he care about Wakanda and ask him anything? Like,
well, why go through all the trouble to make it look like the back room of some Radio Shack or something? And this must be his wife, or does he have a bodyguard? I remember there was a woman with him in the Ultron film. It was Ultron, right? But I don't remember what her role was. Is he married to her?
What do you mean Ultron? Wasn't he in the
Avengers: Age of Ultron, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. No, I'd have to go back and see because he was a part of it, but like you said, it was only about like 15 minutes of the film type thing.
I wonder what she is. Is she his wife?
She looks really, let me just tell you, really badass cool.
She does. She looks like she's ready to break through the glass and kill someone.
So she could be on his side or not on his side. You don't know.
Well, I'm
she's
sure
got that look to her, like, I could be the bad girl, femme fatale.
She's with the Panther. I just don't remember whether he's married to her or whether she's...
Listen, I'd marry that. I would put a ring on that.
Well, there's several.
There's
several. Let's see what happens.
I agree with him. It was a little crazy.
Look at that spaceship.
It looks so futuristic.
So, hold on. Was that spaceship like the Black Panther's spaceship, or was it like some other person's spaceship?
I would assume it's Black Panther's, but then again, I don't know. Just because of how he was like, well, everyone says it's a third world country, but that's really an illusion, and we all know better. It really is this high-tech...
That's how it is in the comics. It's super high-tech.
So I would assume that that's his ship, and that's really what Wakanda is, that kind of futuristic sci-fi future world that you love so much that you wish was here present day.
And I guess this is crime happening in Africa somewhere?
Let me ask. Huh? Is the ship going on your Christmas list too? You want to?
I'll tell you where the ship might be going. Shout out to Trek Yards, which has a show called Fleet Yards, one of my favorite YouTube channels. Check out my YouTuber review. Plug. Anyway, they might cover that ship if it does anything cool in the movie, because they cover ships from other franchises.
I know you just love ships, like you're.
I love ships. I especially love my ship with my wife. Our relationship.
Oh, I do not encourage that.
All right, let's see what the criminals are doing. Oh, they're breaking him out of the...
Ooh. Someone was a badass.
Okay, like, I don't know if she's his wife, but she's definitely a fighter. Maybe she's his bodyguard, as though he needs one. Maybe when he goes out in public, he doesn't want people to know what he can do. So he has this bodyguard woman to quote-unquote protect him. And she's actually pretty freaking awesome.
It could be. I mean, they're not sexist, so they, should go by skill, not gender, right?
Yeah. All right.
But now, here's the question. The one-armed claw?
Well, he looks like he has two arms here.
Well, that's because one of his arms is a sonic weapon, remember?
Do you think they've done that already by this point in the film?
Here's my thing. If you're going to interrogate a guy whose prosthetic is a weapon, you're probably going to make sure that when you interrogate him, he doesn't have his weapon on him. So it makes sense when he's interrogated, he doesn't have it, but it looks like he's doing something bad here, so he would have it.
But he's got a gun.
But
what do you need a gun for when you have a sonic cannon attached to your arm?
I don't know. But here's my question. Do you think he's going to be the main bad guy?
You know what?
Or do you think he's...
Here's the thing. I love Andy Serkis, but I don't think they would cast him as the main bad guy in the film.
Well, the reason why I say that is because I know the character from the comic book is really like... He's not like a main thing, and like his whole thing is like smuggling and like a gun, weapons, runner type thing. So I'm just thinking that probably isn't going to be like the main villain type thing. So
I bet he's the main henchman of the villain.
For the villain. Yeah, I could see that, or really does help out the villain, and that would make sense why they would want to bust him out. So he doesn't say anything about who the real villain is or give away the plans or whatever. But
do you think those two shots were edited together to make it seem like they're connected, even though they might not be?
It could be, but I don't know.
All right, let's see what happens.
I wonder what he's doing.
Well, he's wearing safety gear, so he came in under false pretenses.
He's obviously trying to steal something. I'm just curious what he's trying to steal.
One of these masks, I bet.
Maybe.
More United Nations stuff? Did you see that thing in that guy's mouth? I've seen that in National Geographics. I just don't understand it. Okay.
With a good heart. It is hard for a good man to be a king.
What do you think that lady was doing with the 2 gloves there?
I don't know, but I can tell you I did see Angela Bassett, who is also a very good actress.
I love her from Strange Days. If you haven't seen Strange Days, maybe we'll do like a Throwback Thursday or something about Strange Days. Strange Days, awesome movie. Angela Bassett, kick-ass limo driver / security person who protects the main character through most of the film.
But I was going to say, I saw her, so this a really good list of actors in this.
Yes. And now there's some
Film.
weird sound explosion.
It's probably the sonic weapon.
You know,
The cannon.
maybe based on...
Fired off a shot.
Maybe it's like a vibranium
Load.
weapon or something. Woo. They're doing this shot a lot in trailers now, where the car's flipping and the guys...
Or just movies across the board. It's not just trailers. It's a pretty...
They did it in The Mummy.
Yeah.
And it was in the trailer.
Nobody wants to see that in The Mummy.
Okay. So...
When is it coming? I know it just says soon, but...
It's coming soon.
Is there a release date?
If there was a release date, they would not say coming soon. But
Okay.
let me see. I'll play it some more.
I was just
No.
curious. Okay.
Oh,
No, you
I
started
restarted
it
it
again.
again.
Oh, no.
Let me stop that. All right. So, this was meant to whet our appetites.
So,
Do you feel wet?
do you feel wet?
I feel a little something. This was a cool teaser.
It was really cool. I'm very much still interested in seeing the movie about this character and what they do with it. Like, it does kind of live up to the hype in a way.
It does. I am totally into him as the.
Oh, are you totally into him? Should I be jealous? Should I be worried?
I may have a little bit of a man crush. The guy's pretty cool, but don't worry. I'll always be true to you, babe.
You do like cats.
Well, on that note, I think
You know,
we'll wrap up our trailer talk. This will be Cubanwriter signing off and Darkling Faye.
Goodbye, darling.
We'll see you soon.
But you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for 2. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do.